Hey y'all, Happy New Year and welcome to the Convo Lounge with your co-hosts Sharelle Rosado, Amir Anthony, and Antonio Crow.
Yeah, what up?
How's
What's going
everybody
on?
doing? How y'all feeling?
Feeling great.
It's 2022.
Yeah.
2020 part 2.
No, this is a whole new. No, we're not bringing any of that energy into this new year, into God's new year. Do not do that. We're not doing that.
2022, time to start anew.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, there we go. There we go. So speaking of y'all, question of the day: what is the statute of limitations to wish somebody a happy new year? So I know for all my Curb Your Enthusiasm fans, Larry David says it's January, what is it, 6 or 7?
7.
7. I'm still opening my work emails with, I hope the new year's treating you well. Like, what is the real statute of limitation? And my barber just wished me a happy new year. So I feel like, are we still in the new year? Like, can we still do it? Can we still wish people a happy new year?
Okay, so shout out to Curb, because that's my show right there.
And love you, Larry. Call me.
January 7th is funny because that episode had me cracking up. But I think it depends on the situation. I mean, especially with the times we're in right now, still, and where some of us are working in the virtual setting, so you may not have a chance to see people in person, or like you said, emails. I'm getting emails, in my workspace where I'm still getting Happy New Year salutations. So I think it depends on the situation, I don't think there's really a timeline. I mean, you can say the same thing for Christmas tree. You still see holiday stuff up, right? But we live in a culture of shifting. Things shift so fast. And you go into your local convenience store or Target or whatever, and they got Valentine's stuff up already, and we got a month to go. You know what I mean?
Haven't even found a Valentine yet.
So, I think it depends. I don't, there's no like rule to where the cutoff date is at. But, I think it depends on the situation. Like with y'all, I'm saying, it's like we already, shouted that out, when, the ball dropped, you know what I'm saying? But if it's in like spaces of work, or in your case, you go to your, the hair salon, the barber, and they haven't seen you since before Christmas, like, hey, Happy New Year, By the way, though, you will find your Valentine's. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there.
Hey, you better manifest that, friend. I receive. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm good. Like maybe after the return to work, if you haven't seen them within that month, then maybe the second week of January. That's about the extent of Happy New Year you're gonna get from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are y'all feeling this January? Like, are y'all doing New Year resolutions, setting intentions? Like, do you feel any new energy coming into this new year?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm on day 2 of my 40-day fast. It ends on February 22nd. I'm saying we got the spiritual number of 222 in the house, the angelic number. And, there's definitely some intention with that to kind of just, cut certain things off and just open up and get more clarity on certain things. So, 40 days, there's some milestones in there as well. So, God is good. I'm focused on it.
All the time.
Yeah.
Cheers to fasting, friend. Cheers to fasting.
Oh, yeah, that's a good move, fasting. This year, like all years, I'm just trying to get it going hard, staying motivated, glad to be able to see a new year, and just very hopeful and very open-minded. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. All right. Well, for our listeners, I know you guys haven't heard from us for a while, so we want to open up the show with the new year with doing a show review on Netflix series Selling Tampa.
Selling Tampa.
All Black lady cast.
Yes.
Black and Afro-Latina. So people of color, women of color.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, because I'm not sure if the Latinas on the show identify as being Black.
Right. So we definitely want to shout out as women of color. And it's just a good look. You know, there's so many shows like this. You know, we live in a society when things are replicated so many different times. And, you know, you want to see things on platforms when you see women, right? On the spotlight, you know, and we're so used to seeing, you know, the typical, right? So the original is, you know, Selling Sunset. So when, you know, the Selling Tampa dropped, I'm like, yo, this is something that I want to check out. You know, it's nothing like seeing nice homes. You want to see people winning, especially when you can identify when it's, you know, women of color, right? So shout out to the people at Netflix and those that, you know, own the production rights for selling, the concept of selling homes. And it's just a good look to see, you know, women of color grace the screen. You know, they're elegant. They're, you know, holding it down in the home. They're holding it down on an entrepreneurial state. It's just a good look, and it's very inspiring for a lot of young ladies out there that are women of color. So I think it's just a good look. So shout out to Netflix, first of all, because you know, the thing is that Netflix CEO, the wife is actually a woman of color, is a Black woman. Yeah. So let me just for our listeners out there, I believe her last name is Avant, and the CEO's name is Ted Sarandos, and his wife's name is Nicole Avant, and her father is the great Clarence Avant. Hope I'm saying the name right. The Black Godfather, yeah. And unfortunately, you know, she lost her mother right before the holidays in that terrible, tragic situation that took place. But you know, this tragic. So this shout out to the Avon family. We hope all is well. But I just think it's a dope look that, you know, in the boardroom you have, you know, your CEO's wife is a woman of color, so she's, you know, calling the shots. So there's a lot of content where you see things in other communities, in the Asian community, the Latino community, the Black community. So shout out to Netflix for doing that. So Selling Sunset, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Selling Tampa.
Selling Tampa, yes.
Yeah, and I wanted to add, like, the ladies are sexy. They're their own woman, grown woman. Shout out to the working wives in the United States. Working wives, I capitalize on that because I assume that their spouses are prominent individuals, and some, like, I think Anne is a single female, single woman, just very professional and just like shows up to do her job. She knows the houses that she's selling. I think it's a real good team dynamic. Like, the team dynamic that they have is really good, and I think the drama was on a small scale. I appreciated at the beginning. At the beginning, I appreciated that small scale of drama, but it did evolve with what's her name, Raina, and I have an issue with Raina, but the drama was on a small scale. I appreciate that. I think that the show is a good show. I just think that they was gonna run out of houses to sell in Tampa. I don't think there's enough houses that are available in Tampa. But yeah, I was glad they moved to Miami and whatever else.
So what's your issue with Raina?
So when she decided, well, she's a broker, she has her law degree. So I'm really proud of her, right? I'm really proud of her. She knows that maybe working with that team is a comfort zone. That was like her comfort zone. What I had an issue with was when she decided to step out on her own, she went to her team and asked if they wanted to move with her.
Yeah.
And I feel like if that was the case, she should have just went and did her own thing and allowed them to come to her. Don't recruit from the bridge that's keeping you on above water right now. So I feel like she didn't have a good rapport with Sharelle, and so she was kind of bitter about that. But then when she went and recruited from Ann, and I like how Colony stood and was like, yo, that's whack. That's whack. I'm not gonna go behind Sharelle's back and then take sides with you because you got beef with her, and now I'm gonna leave my team with Sharelle and then go move with you to your new your new palace over there where you paying high rent also.
Yeah.
I didn't like Rena for that at all. Like I don't feel like you should ever recruit from a team that put you on. You know what I'm saying? Like Sharelle put her on. So how you gonna recruit from the team that put you on? I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I feel you. I felt the same way. That I don't like the way she did it. I don't like the way she went about it. It's okay to want to go out and branch out and do your own thing, but there's the right and proper way to make a transition. And like you said, or no, like her husband said, you should have a conversation with Sharelle before you go, speaking to the other girls, or before you go out on your own.
Right.
And she was like, well, we've talked before. Code 4, we've talked before, but we ain't ever talked about this. So I think if she would have had a upfront and honest conversation, and then recruited her colleagues, essentially, it wouldn't have been as bad. But I still don't think she should. I agree with you, Antonio. Like, I don't think she should have recruited in house. Like, build your own. Yeah. That's what Sharelle did.
Because it's gonna be impressive enough that she even does that. They will even be like happy for her, like, wow, you know what? This is what I aspire to.
And it was a stab in the back. I think that's the way that people say it. Like, is that the way? Backstabbing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Because she's trying to take Sharelle's top performers, like her top producer. She didn't even go for Alexis.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. When you're in certain spaces, when you're making money, there's going to be situations like that take place. And let's be honest, all these ladies have a right to expand and do their thing. And it was all optics for the show, right? I mean, we can go back and look at all shows that are similar to that, where those things like that take place. So, whether you're working in spaces of, higher education or nonprofit, you're always willing to take the best and recruit. That's what you do. And she is the most seasoned of the ladies and has the experience and is educated in her own right as well. And there was a certain class and elegance that I like that she carried herself in. So, it was inspiring for Anne, who was one of the top agents, to go after her and see what was going on. And then you got a chance to see from Colony if she was actually loyal. But Colony wants to take over and actually be the head and go over Joanna, who is HR. They called her HR, right? And it's basically Sharelle's right hand. And so Colony felt some kind of way and felt slighted because she's been there longer than all the other ladies. So there was some little conflict, there was a little bit of division, but that was kind of like the only drama outside of Sharelle announcing that she was pregnant with Chad Ochocinco Johnson's, child, which is, all part of the expansion, because it was announced that, Miami is now part of the expansion. Charlotte is now part of the expansion. So I'm hoping that we get a chance to see a continuation of what takes place with the ladies, especially Rena, because I out of all the ladies, she was one of the ones that I was like, she knows what she wants.
Yep.
She knows what she wants. She knows that she can take herself to the next level. And, given that, Tampa probably isn't the hottest market in the Florida area outside of Miami, it was just a really good thing to see that there wasn't the typical drama that takes place on these kind of reality shows, right? So that part was like the only thing, it happens, but are you breaking company rules by doing what you're doing? And I didn't see that she was breaking any rules. She was just trying to, put a bug in her ear, like, hey, you're the top agent. Why don't you? And then at the end, if I'm not mistaken, Anne even considered getting her broker's license. She considered it. And she was like, well, I should get mine and then do my own thing. So it was inspiring. Rena was trying to inspire the ladies. Even she tried to inspire Alexis, who was not doing anything at all. Bless her heart.
Shoot, Alexis like, I have a professional athlete as a partner. Y'all could go chase this paper if you want to, which I get it. Like, you could still be self-made and self-sufficient with a thriving, prosperous husband or partner or whatnot, but I don't think she has the same work ethic and motivation as the other ladies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, all respect,
I think she's used to being the pretty girl and being a trophy.
She just didn't have the tools necessary. Right. And I just felt like there was something missing.
She didn't take the time to learn the craft. She wasn't taking the time.
Yeah, like when she walked into the home and she was in there with and they were gonna split the commission with Tennille. And Tennille had the client basically spoon fed it to her, like, hey, here's what you're gonna do. And she was like kind of like just a face, and then was like, every time she was showing the home, she was like, yeah, there's nice walls, there's this in the kitchen. And she was like repeating it. I'm like, why are you repeating what Tennille was like? You're interrupting the flow. And she dropped the ball on the home. It was like given to them. And Tennille was like, you got it. Like, it was a wrap. And I'm just like, Sharelle gave her many opportunities. There was even this scene when they went downtown into Tampa, and she gave her a history of Tampa, from the culture, the African culture down there, and how it was like kind of like an expansion of Harlem in Tampa, and how this is where she goes to when she finds a place of solace to kind of motivate herself. And Alexis still didn't get it. And I just think, and then football money is not, what it's all cracked up. It isn't like she was, with a basketball player now. That money's not guaranteed. And he ain't playing right now.
That's what I was saying. Like, our respect to all young men that make it to the NFL. But we know to all those that make it, the top 1%, top 2-3%, NFL stands for not for long. So that's why I'm saying shout out to the working wives, because sometimes you need that double bag, and the type of money they're getting from those $1 million houses will really help them move forward in life. You know what I'm saying? So at least she tried, you know what I'm saying? At least she's trying. She need to try a little harder to learn a little bit more about selling houses, learn the specs of the square footage, the height of the ceilings, the type of lighting. Like, she didn't know none of that stuff.
None of it, man. She wasn't studying her craft. And the thing is that attitude will check your altitude.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like the fact that she wasn't like, she had a little attitude towards the way that, they were trying to help her. And it's like, well, how do you expect yourself to like take like the commission off of these listings was like why I never like watched. Yeah. Easy money. Like, just study it. Like, you get the information, partner up with your team. Everybody's winning. Everybody is winning when that one, like, she literally messed up that deal, and that brother was ready to pull the trigger on that home.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the chemistry between Anne and Colony at the beginning.
Yeah, that was dope.
You can tell they have a genuine friendship off camera.
Right.
And you can tell that they have, they're in similar spaces in life, where they're probably, young millennials, thriving young bosses. So they're in the same age demographic is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And, the thing is that, if there's one of the ladies where I was like, that rubbed me the wrong way, it was Joanna. I didn't care for her character, her cattiness, the way that she handled one of the situations when the way she came at Colony when they had the board meeting at the table, and literally in front of the lady, she's like, did you want me to put her on the calendar or the schedule on Sharelle's schedule? I was like, that was not cool. Like, you're gonna literally do that and slight her like that, knowing
HR, right? Joanna's HR.
That's what they dubbed her. HR. That's her name. She's second in command.
But she's like an operations manager.
Right.
Tennille is the one with the resting bitch face. Tennille, everything come out of somebody's mouth. Look at the way Tennille act.
Oh, she
So wait, there was drama, because wasn't there about to be a fight?
Yep, with Tennille.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tennille.
Was it Tennille and Alexis, or Khalil and I think, was it Carla? Yeah, because they were Wait, who was it?
There was some division between well, actually it was few. Joanna and Colony had some situations going back and forth. And then Tennille, I think she was upset with if I'm not mistaken, with Alexis. I think she had an issue with her, didn't she?
Yeah, they called her a bitch. She called her a bitch.
Yeah. And I'm like, Tennille looked like she about that life.
She really does. She truly does.
And Sharelle didn't want nothing with her either.
No shot to women who drop F-bombs occasionally. But I think there's a certain kind of vigor behind a woman who says the F word and M&S her.
Right.
Those are women I would never go toe to toe with.
She called Joanne HR to her face.
Joanna
to her face. So
right. And then she didn't do nothing about it. But she's one of the top sellers though. She's making it happen.
And that was impressive too, because she backs up the shit she talks.
She backs up the stuff that she's saying. But I think other than that, I mean, you're gonna have drama on the shows. You know, their counterpart over in Sunset, Selling Sunset. You know, there's drama on that show as well. They're a long running show, but I would be hard pressed to not see that they don't do a second season. I think it's really great on the optics side of things. And, you know, just to pivot real quick, there was like some back and forth with DJ Envy, right? On the Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
And I get where he was going with that.
Well, what was it? What happened?
Well, he was basically looking at it from a production standpoint, like what are the women actually, are they winning? Like, are they actually getting something from the show? Like from a production standpoint compared to their counterpart, like I didn't see them actually doing well in terms of
closing
like, why did
deals.
Closing deals. Why weren't they showing them closing deals? And I agree. I'm like, you know, you watch their counterpart in Sunset, they're all winning. And I think that because, and I liked what Sharelle said, they're an establishing realty group and they're expanding, but they did close a deal on a big name. And Shar, help me out here. It's a family-owned husband and wife hair care product, and I can't think of their name right now.
I think the Bronner, was it one of them? I can't think of it right now, but I do remember that that was the Miami listing though, right?
Exactly.
It was a Miami listing.
I respect Sharelle, but what about Tampa?
Yeah, see,
what are you guys doing in Tampa? Because with selling,
I don't think Tampa has enough inventory.
No, and it's actually Male Organics. Male Organics is a black-owned. Okay. It's the husband and wife, and it wasn't when they went to Miami. They had the little vacation in Miami. She closed the deal, so that was for the group that she has and down there in that office. So I mean, I get where DJ Envy was saying. He just wants to see us win, and he was like, you know, from a production standpoint, you know, it would have been nice to see the women closing more deals rather than just showing us the homes.
Well, I think Ann and Colony were closing deals.
Not like Selling Sunset though. Like I feel like in every episode there's somebody ringing the bell and closing a deal. If not one realtor, at least two of them in an episode is closing a deal, or even Brett is closing a deal. We didn't even see Sharelle close a deal. Respectfully, not saying she's not closing the deal, but it would have been good to DJ Envy's point. If we're going to see women of color in this light, we want to see them actually succeeding instead of doing all of the catty other things. Like, I don't want you to talk about it. Show me.
Right.
Yeah.
Show me.
And that's the thing. And I think he got a lot of flack for it. But it's like, if you read what he's actually saying and not look at it from a point where he's attacking, he's speaking truth. Like, he just wants to see the women winning. He's like, yo, whoever is the producer of the show, when you guys revisit the show, you know, if you're going to go back and forth to Miami and to Tampa, show them closing deals. Like, if they're expanding, show them closing deals. Like, there's a market there. There is a football team down in Tampa. Yeah. Like, it is Florida and a hockey team. Thank you. Hey, Tampa Bay Lightning. There you go. That's right, Shar. So there are professional teams that exist out there. So it's just like, yo, like, there is opportunities to stay to Florida, for crying out loud. It's no different than being in
Yeah.
Texas or in California. Like, there's opportunity, but it's just like, hey, I want to see the women closing deals. These are very attractive education. You know, they know what they're doing. I want to see them winning and not
bickering.
Yeah, I think that's a quick fix too. I think that's a quick fix with the production part, because they could just, as they show the house, they show the amount that it is, they show what they're gonna get as the realtor. They can even make a quick comment like, "Oh, we just closed escrow." It's a quick fix. Or we fell out of escrow. I think they were just in the nuances. Just I can say they were not prepared for that part. They just didn't develop that part like they should have in comparison to other shows. And it's kind of unfortunate when you have a model and you can see what's working over there and you can find the deficiencies in others. And that's kind of unfortunate. But at the same time, these women are winning. I think the one, I don't say deficiency that they have as a unit, I think Sharelle needs to embrace some soft skills of management, because
I totally agree.
Right. Because
you're not going to be my supervisor. Oh, I'm sorry, Tori. I'm sorry, Antonio. No, you go ahead. No, you about to say what I want to say.
Yeah, because I feel like she has a great responsibility. She has a great story. She has a great family unit. Her mom and her stepdad, that was awesome. But she has these women that depend on her, that befriend her, and then she turns around and just cuts them off. Like just book me a meeting. Like, no, we right here trying to talk about it. You're gonna cut me off. Like I don't really embrace that style of management, even though to whom much is given, much is required, and I respect her. She's a soldier. She was in the U.S. military, so respect to her for that. Thank her for her service. So I don't want to get it misconstrued. She's hardwired, right? She's hardwired because she had that experience. But as a leader, leaders are, in my opinion, supposed to resolve problems. They fix problems, right? Yeah. Managers find ways to lead people within that realm, and sometimes it's not tough love. Sometimes it's a soft skill of management where you have to really take a few steps back, humble yourself, and then communicate the needs and the wants and the expectations. And I don't think she really did that efficiently.
Yeah.
I can hear what you're saying with that.
She definitely needs the soft skills. She needs to, and I'm not taking anything away from her credibility in the work and the empire she is building. I'm not taking anything away from that. Two things can be true, listeners. However, I think it would benefit her to learn soft skills as well as emotional intelligence. There was a scene in one of the episodes where they were at dinner and she told one of the girls to shut the F up. And those are one of the days that I wish my boss would disrespect me. I don't care how much I'm making. What you won't do is disrespect me. And what I won't be is disrespected on national television.
Oh yeah, real shit.
Yeah, that's
or
real
cameras
talk.
off. Yeah. So it's that's like I respect you being a boss, and I'm using air quotes, but there is a way in which you can lead. And to your point, to piggyback of what you were saying, Antonio, leaders also set the tone.
Yeah. No, I hear you with that. There was some areas where, there's a sense of getting comfortable and thinking that it's okay to come at someone, and it can also, hurt the camaraderie, the retention of your employees when you do those kind of things. So, it's a reality show, right?
I get that,
and the thing is that, we don't even know what happens behind closed doors. It can even be more magnified than what we actually see, which is probably the reason why, going back to Rena, why she's like, yo, you know what? Like, I'm above all this. Yeah. Like, I don't need to be in places and workspaces where people are using language that is negative in tone. And, you can't be having those kind of things happen. So, yeah, there was some moments where I was like, don't do that. We don't need to be seeing that in the workspace.
Right.
Go
ahead.
I like the fact that they took time for Rena and her husband to talk. I thought that was like she had a sounding board to express her devilish ways. You know what I'm saying?
Her conniving ways.
Right.
I have it. So then that's when I take issue with production, because I feel like y'all gave us a cast of all Black lady bosses.
Yeah.
And the one thing that you want to focus on to build this show is the cattiness and the drama, when these ladies are really out here doing hard work.
Yeah.
But when it comes to selling Sunset, you can give us a variety of both. And I get it. It's the first season. I'm going to watch second season.
Oh, most
but
definitely.
I'm tired of media and entertainment industries painting Black women out to be one way. We're not all like that.
Right. Okay.
And
so
that drama, cattiness, and backbiting does not need to get an audience. Like, there are other ways to get an audience.
That's true. So and I felt like the drama on Selling Tampa was minimal compared to Selling Sunset, because Selling Sunset to me is all drama. And there's like two or three. So okay, so take what you're saying and then develop more, so there will even be less drama, right?
Yeah.
So because I appreciate what you're saying, but I felt like it was a small scale at the beginning. I was really in tune because I was like, you know, what's gonna happen? There was no wig snatching, there was no drinks throwing. Because I don't want to see anybody do that on television. I think that's tacky TV. But if you're, you know what I'm saying, but if you are
that's going to be one of our hashtags,
right? Tacky TV. I think if you are a real estate agent, I think it's an old industry. It's a $1 billion industry, and they need to be thriving in that realm of history and legacy and prestige, right? Everybody can't sell houses. Everybody can't sell houses. But real estate is the way to your billions and your millions. So they're in the industry that you know, they should be looking poised and prim and sexy. And I really enjoyed that part.
We know.
I really enjoyed that part. I think that had me engrossed. And the wine they were drinking, look, they were drinking some champagne, or I had to open up my champagne, have a drink with them when they was.
Oh, you were really engaged.
Yeah. You were all in.
Okay. Sex definitely does sell.
And I enjoy the art of architecture. I enjoy talking about homes, walking through homes, looking at the shutters, or if they have a vintage vehicle in the living room or a big ass piano. Like, I enjoy all of that, those amenities that properties have, like the endless pools and stuff like that. I love watching that. So if you see, you know, a professional man pull up in a drop top, and you got a sexy lady with a hot dress on, and they're walking through a very luxurious property, I think that's chill. I mean, that's what I want to do when I pull up to buy me my next couple properties. You know what I'm saying? I want to pull up with my blazer on or my Selfish Society hat. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know what I mean? I want to do that in the drop top. So I really enjoy that part of the production, but the drama, they could cease that.
Yeah, I think I'm just hypersensitive because I am a Black woman,
right?
And I feel like when we get casted for roles, it's always drama, catty mess. And as an evolving Black woman, I would like to see more people that represent my lifestyle on television. And I get it; it's entertainment. I'm not saying, you know, what's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word. Don't bore me. But I'm not trying to see a whole bunch of Black women fighting all the time. Like, I'm out here preaching Black love and Black unity. Period.
Right.
There's a way to communicate conflict. That's all I'm gonna say.
So maybe
respectfully,
writing the production team and tell them to redirect some of their.
Yes, that's who I'm beefing with.
Yeah, you know what? I can say this. It's not as bad as you see on other shows, because there is prototypes out there that do exist on other networks of similar shows like that, and that's all that they feed. That's all they
Basketball
feed.
Wives. I get it.
You know, there's
it.
the listing in Atlanta, new on OWN, where is this straight in. I'm like, are we selling homes, listing homes, or are we like fighting with one another?
Oh, you watched it?
I watched the first episode and I was like, I'm done. Like, I just can't start that. Like, going in, and that's the first thing you see is them fighting as they get together. And if I'm not mistaken, they're trying to establish what Selling Tampa already has.
Wow.
And going in, there already is this drama filled. And I'm like, you're on a, all respect to Oprah, but it's on a network that ain't nobody tuning in like that.
Right. Yeah.
Episode to premiere every week. At least with Selling Tampa, you have an opportunity to binge watch it, and you're looking for more, and you're wanting for more, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that there is opportunity to expand, just like their counterpart in Selling Sunset, they have expanded to Orange County. So it's good to know that Allure Realty is actually expanded to Miami and is expanded to Charlotte. And
Queen City.
Queen City. So I see some opportunities for, things that happen, but you're going to have drama in the workplace. We all have experienced some form of it, some kind of way. It's just a matter of how you're able to turn it around and focus on the goal. And that's the part that I like. So, I've seen worse, especially when it's us in the space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they give us something to talk about. So shout out to Selling Tampa.
One last thing I'm gonna say, and then we can go to our sound off. I was a little confused by Joanna's divorce / separation / blind date timeline. That was extremely murky.
My guy was lit. Her date was lit. I think I took notes from dude. No,
do not shred them.
Yeah, don't take notes. Don't take notes,
scary.
bro. That was a bad
scary.
look.
She was laughing. She had a good time. Don't front.
No, she didn't. Yeah. The cameras were on. If those cameras were not on, she would have walked out.
They handpicked my guy at the spot and said, "Hey, just sit down and just have a I don't know what that was. That was off." And her timeline and just she seems like this a difficult person.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She just seems a little like, I don't know. Yeah. Joanna just seemed like she would be a challenge. I didn't like the way she handled certain situations with the ladies.
Okay.
I can see why there were some situations happening within her marriage, probably. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to work on my lingo. I don't know why sometimes I act like English is my second language. I'm like, wait, what is
because I was watching it and it was kind of cringy, and then it was just like, okay, her timeline was off because she was like a new divorcee, and then it's like, let me go on this date with this random. And
Sharelle I don't know. Hooked them up.
Maybe it wasn't right. But maybe it wasn't. I mean, a lot of times you don't want everybody knowing your business. And the only people that do know your business are your close and personals. So, and then sometimes, even though you're in conflict, sometimes you need me time. And does a conversation hurt? I mean, you're going through a divorce. Does it hurt to have a conversation with another, female or another male?
It's called a therapist.
Potential date. You know what I'm saying? But everybody doesn't move to therapy, right? Maybe we don't know. We don't know the underlying. But that dude on the date though, I think he was Jamaican or something. He's
definitely from the islands. I think he's from Trinidad.
Oh yeah, it was a struggle. Let's just say that.
For the military, shout out to dude. Man, that was a true.
Yeah,
he was hanging in there.
Antonio gonna be single forever, taking notes from that man.
Yeah, don't do that, bro.
Met her laughing. She was laughing like.
Well, she needed
TV.
Yeah, she needed that. She needed that.
Genuine laugh. See, don't front of me. You saw that. She
needed it, but she's just real tight. She's too tight for me. This tight, and everything is just like, and everything is just like by the book. And then she, she acts a certain way around the ladies, and no, nobody need all that. And I'm pretty sure if she looks back and watches the show, she's probably like, oh wow, I was probably doing the most. And maybe I need to check myself into a session with a local therapist in Tampa, and maybe reconsider some of the ways that I handle certain things, and maybe there's a reason why certain things were playing out in her personal life, for everyone to see. So it did seem like there's a lot of hurt there, and all that anger is then trajected onto her colleagues in the workspace. Like I said, it rubbed me the wrong way how she came at Colony. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
After the meeting, like, you're gonna add more fuel to the flame and ask her if she wants to be on the schedule. Like, she can do that herself. Yeah. And that's what she told her. I can do that myself. I don't need that. I already spoke my piece. So it's just like, well, that's the reason why your man probably is just like,
Yeah, she definitely needs some TLC, like you said, little affection, little attention.
Yeah, it was just too much. It was just too much. Well, look, we love the show. We're glad to see that there's representation, because representation matters, especially when it's women of color. So I'm just happy that there was some representation. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's go to our sound off, because that's our.
Do we want to push the envelope a little bit and rate the show 1 out of 10?
Okay, that's a good one. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Antonio.
I'm gonna give it a 7 because Rena did that to me.
Oh, you took it personal. Okay, you taking it personal. The only reason why I'm giving it 2 points deficient from a 10 is because I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, because it's new and it's fresh, and it's a show that I can see coming back, and the fact that they're growing and they're new. I'm giving it an 8, and it was just really good to see a space where women of color are expanding to do something that already has existed with their counterpart going on 4 seasons. So I'm giving it an 8 based off of that, because I like to see us winning in those spaces. So shout out to the Nicole Avant and her husband and all the people at Netflix. We don't even know if
she's the one who advocated for this. Why are we shouting her out?
Well, I'm just saying it does have to go to the table and has to go to the top, right?
That's in the weeds. I don't think it goes up that far.
Well, shout out to the production, the people that whoever owns the name, selling whatever it is. Shout out to the people that own the rights to actually have a show like that, and reach out to existing realtors or real estate companies who are looking to have a show. So shout out to whoever made the decision, whoever they are. Shout out.
So because you said all that, Amir, let me say this. I'm going to give the ladies a 10. I'm going to give the production team a 7. There you go.
I like that.
I duly know. I agree. 10 on the optics with the ladies versus the ladies in Selling Sunset, for sure.
Okay.
I ain't trying to see all that on Selling. I was just like, oh my, I was looking at it, I was like, ooh, wow. You know what I'm saying?
It was very bright.
It was a lot going on. Blinding. I was like, whoa. I was like,
yeah.
Being a SoCal native, I'm like, I've been there, seen it. Sometimes it's just too profound. It's like, wow, you need to maybe cut back on all that surgery you're getting. You see the ladies, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Surgery and neon.
Yeah,
and that was Lamborghinis. Like, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's the focus is Selling Tampa, not that show. But yeah, it was just too much. A lot of Barbie dolls.
Lots of Barbie, especially Christine, but okay. I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 just because I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I watched it the day it was released. I'm a fan of Sharelle from I Am Athlete. Shout out to I Am I Am Woman. Shout out to I Am Athlete. My bad. Totally butchered that. So definitely a fan of the show, definitely a fan of the mission. I do understand that there's room to improve, so that's why I'm giving it 7.5. I believe in my heart of hearts that season 2 is going to be, as Amir would say, phenomenal.
Yeah, that's right. Boom.
Because now they have something to work towards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a deeper storyline it was a cliffhanger, right? You know, Sharelle's already had her baby, and then you've seen the expansion of, you know, the realty. So yeah, shout out to that and the show and the people at Netflix. And, you know, overall score, if we had to do a mean, we'll probably say as a collective, the Convo Lounge, will probably say based on that, maybe an 8, right? As a collective. So
on average,
shout out to So sound off. I'm gonna kick us off with a sound off in the lines of talking about Black women. The Fresh and Fit podcast.
Oh my God.
These clowns have a platform, and shout out to all the creators out there and all the spaces that create. They were trending for all the wrong reasons. And, you know, the names, Walter Weeks, who goes by Fresh, and his counterpart, what's his name? Myron Gaines, cornball. That name alone just sounds like a cornball. Had the nerve to have Asian Doll, who I believe is you know, one of the, you know, social media Instagram rapper. I'm not sure exactly what she is, but she was on the show, and the way that he was treating her as a guest, it's not how you handle things. But on top of that, it was what they did on another episode where they basically said that they're not into dating dark women, black women, dark women. If you're into darkies,
yeah, they're not into the. You're right. I'm sorry. Darker skin.
They're not into the dark skin. If you want to date a Shaniqua or whatever, just giving stereotype names and basically saying, yeah, you know, we're into the red bones. You know, but if you want to date, you know, and go on, you know, I think it was like Black Planet, or a website where Black professionals and Black people are looking to find a partner. If you want to date a Shaniqua, and if you want to date this and that, you know, that I'm quoting what they were saying in short term, but it rubbed me the wrong way as a Black man. And that's the reason why I'm wearing this, you know, right now. You can't do that, man. Like, you know, you guys are two Black men that have a platform. And, you know, as a Black man, you know, who adores his, you know, his mother and, you know, his sister and his aunts and his cousins, right? And then also, you know, being in a relationship in my own right, you know, it rubbed me the wrong way that in this, with all that's happening, this is what we want to do. And I like the fact that Essence, shout out to Essence on their Instagram page, they basically kind of just, in a way, threw some shade on what them cats was doing. And there's a lot of Shaniquas, to all the Shaniquas and all those out there that are doing it and holding it down, keep holding it down. And these clowns on the Fresh and Fit podcast, you know, I give you a big middle finger for, you know, and for doing what you're doing. And I hope you get a reality check, because you have no right to be doing and saying what you're saying, man. That was totally disrespectful. So you get your sound off is that, but, you know, as Charlemagne, you know, on the Breakfast Club does, donkey of the day. Y'all some jackasses, man. And I hope y'all get checked out there wherever y'all at, and invite a brother on the show and see what that looks like if you try to come at somebody like that. That way, use that same energy that you use with Black women. How about that? So that's my sound off.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I respect that. You got one, Antonio?
Yeah, well, Kanye West allegedly assaulted someone this week. And I just want to tell Kanye, chill out, brother. You're a billionaire. You got a hot ex-wife. You got kids. You got a new girlfriend. You know, just relax, bro. Just relax. That's all I want to say. Just relax.
People have to find peace within to project it out.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. I don't know.
At all.
It's like it's just like a heavy labor. He's heavy labor. Like something in the spirit is just like, it's heavy labor, and he has to exhaust too much energy to be great.
Yeah, heavy laden. Yeah, I think he has a lot of. He too is hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. He's hurting. And I've seen what unprocessed grief has done to a lot of people, and he needs to deal with that, not only from the death of his mom, but I'm sure he's had personal losses. He's going through a divorce. I'm sure he's had heartbreaks before Kim. People process your grief. If you don't process your grief is going to manifest in very toxic and dysfunctional ways.
It's even multiplied now. Like the issue I have with being a celebrity or watching celebrities, right? The issue I have with that is that when you're in a relationship, everybody knows. When you break up, everybody knows. When you move on, everybody knows. And I can't imagine, I just can't imagine seeing my ex hugged up at the movies on Tuesday. No. You know what I'm saying? On TV. I can't, you know what I mean? Even if I'm over it and I'm good, I don't want to see it on TMZ.
No.
Because I'm a guy. I'm a real guy. And I'm going to miss everything about her, the way she walked. And then this new dude is like, you know, I'm like, I don't want to see it.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, let's just get to the real basis of the situation. I don't want to take too much time, but that's what happens when you date a family like that.
Bing bong.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, you signed up for it. You know what I mean? Like, there was consequences. You signed your soul to that family, and you're tied into all of that drama that comes along with it. So you're basically living your life out. And it's just unfortunate that the past decade of his career has been the fact that he's tied in with that family and will forever be tied in with family. And then he has to go out and speak on why he purchased a home across the street. You know what I'm saying?
That's
to
crazy.
Be with his kids. And I get it from a Black man's point of view. I'm not a father yet, but you know, his father wasn't around and lived in a whole nother state. And I get that. But the fact that he has to do that and speak on it, it's like, well, bro, like, hey man, there's a lot of other women out there. You decided to sign up to be with that weird, strange family.
Yeah.
I hope he has a baby with a new fox. I hope he does. I'm just saying.
I hope he starts dating Black women again. But that's another show topic for another day. My sound off is to all of the creators out there in television. Can we stop with the reboots and give us some new content? I respect what you guys have done with the Fresh Prince, but let that be the last one. I appreciate the twist of it being a drama, but no more reboots. I don't want to see a Golden Girls reboot. I don't want to see a Martin reboot. Like, I want my childhood to be my childhood. And I want to experience nostalgia when I watch those shows. Now, use your talent and create something completely new that we would all enjoy. But the reboots, get the boot for me.
Yeah, Lena Waithe is notorious for that.
Can I tell you why what you're saying is so important, Shar? My niece used to watch the Lucy Ball show. Lucy was shot maybe in the 50s, right?
It was, yeah.
My niece is maybe 42. She used to watch it when she was a kid, and she would be cracking up at that shit.
We all did, yeah.
The genuineness of the Lucille Ball show, why would you even bring it back? Not that they are, but to your point, the nostalgia, the essence of that show cannot be duplicated.
Nope.
Let it go.
Let it go. If you're that creative, create some dope shit.
Right. If we want to see it, let's just watch the reruns. Just show the reruns again.
Well,
that's what I want you guys to do. Run me the reruns. I want to. I can line up all my childhood shows that I want to watch again.
Shout out to HBO Max for putting the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the original, and Martin, all seasons on HBO Max. But I will say
Living Single, and shout out to Netflix for giving us Girlfriends back.
Yeah, there's a lot of Black content on Netflix. Here's my thing. What if it's not a reboot, but in the same universe of the original? Point. Cobra Kai is from the Karate Kid universe, right? I like it. It's pretty funny because now you're getting it from the side of the team that actually lost, and he comes back to make a return and starts his own dojo. in my opinion, I kind of like the idea, and it's actually going on another season. Fourth season came out during the holidays, and they're about to do another fifth season. I think that's kind of cool. But to just straight up do like a complete like remake reboot, I agree. I will watch The Fresh Prince when it comes out. The trailer did look kind of interesting, but you know,
All right, Amir, you just made me think of two things. First thing, y'all heard of the term has been, right?
Yeah.
So when I was so and so and I was all city and all this and all that, some people never get over that. What they did 30 years ago. And I think that's what happens with Cobra Kai. They're showing somebody who never got over getting his ass whooped. And he always gonna live his life thinking he got his ass whooped with dude from a broke knee. I got an issue with that. So the other thing is that my friend who's a comedian, she's a internet friend. Her name is S. Noel. And she was bored in a Zoom call, and she played a video of the Reading Rainbow soundtrack. Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah, butterfly in the sky. Right. I can go twice as high.
Like, hilarious. I'm gonna send it to y'all.
Okay.
That's a great song though. That Reading Rainbow song is a great song. Like that's hilarious. So yeah, that's what I thought about when you said that.
Yeah, same way Beyonce shouldn't have redone Frankie Beverly and Maze Before I Let Go. But thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, man, never want to hear her sing that. I haven't even heard it. I don't want to hear it.
It's there.
It's Well, she also did Anita Baker's Sweetest Love.
Oh no.
Sweet Love?
Sweet Love, yeah. It sounded like Sweet Love, yeah. And I was just my mom
heard for everybody.
No, it's not. You know, if you don't have the range, sit it down.
Yeah. And it's okay.
It's okay. It's gonna be all right. We love you.
Yeah.
Like Anita Baker is such a G. She probably sent her a letter like, girl, don't sing my shit no more.
Yeah, she ain't did that. Yeah. Sweet Love. Shout out to Anita Baker. Well, hey y'all. Once again, Happy New Year. We hope you all is well and you enjoyed this show. Y'all definitely take care of yourselves. Hope you guys are setting the intentions and doing what is necessary to get through in whatever season you're in. And definitely check us out. You can check us out collectively on the Convo Lounge on our website and also on our IG page. You can also follow me at the Prosperous One. I'm actually taking a sabbatical off the social media right now. But you can definitely connect with me on the Convo Lounge.
You can follow me.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Shar.
You can follow me at Shar.Rochelle. I too am taking a sabbatical, or Shar's Cookie Jar.
Antonio Crow Clothing, Convo Lounge. I don't take sabbaticals because I don't know what that is, but peace.
It's called taking a break. If you
want to purchase any of Selfless Society, go to Antonio Crow, and you can get a sweater like mine.
Yeah. Shout out to all the creators out there. Y'all be well. Peace.
Thank you.
Peace.